All right, Season 3 of Halo Infinite is now live. I took a break halfway through Season 2. I was so fed up with the poor netcode and the disconnects and the lackluster season rewards that I said, I'm out. Season 3, New Hope, maybe it'll be better. I don't know. I haven't watched anything yet. I am here at kind of the main screen where we can go back and rewatch all these recaps. I just fast forwarded through everything to make sure my sound levels were good. So, Season 3, Echoes Within. Spartan Din picked up something dangerous in the field. Since returning to the academy with Spartan Eklund, a banished menace has haunted his dreams and memories, threatening to extend its reach. Confident they have contained the threat, Commander Argaia devotes herself to rebuilding the UNSC, training her Spartan recruits for the inevitable conflict with the Banished. Spoilers, we already had one with Chief. Still, Din can't shake the feeling that something deeper is at play, and he needs your help. Time to burrow into the heart of the Academy and root out the source of the Echoes Within. So there's a couple options here when we load up. We can watch the recap or jump into the Season 3 intro. The recap, I'm guessing it's going to be all of the stuff that wasn't main Halo. So you're probably not going to see Chief. You're probably going to see Commander Argaia, whatever. She's probably going to be there. And we'll probably get a little bit of the Season 2 cinematic where they beam back down and the Banished is... the Iratus was the name of the AI. He's wreaking havoc in Din's mind. So let's go ahead and watch that recap together, and we'll see kind of how this plays out.
Halo Infinite.
Previously on Halo Infinite.
So, we just got word that the Infinity is missing. The ring gone. No one knows where.
Okay.
We built this facility off the grid to train the next generation of Spartans.
So showing off the Academy map here, a little bit of gameplay, showing that we're training Spartans for the next big mission, rallying who has ever left. Obviously, Infinity is gone.
Easy.
We don't know where or why.
But I believe in you.
I mean, like, gone. And we still don't know where or why. Are we going to find Commander Lasky? Are we going to find any of the other Spartans that we're missing?
They're wolves.
Spartan Locke in that group?
Back from the hunt.
His Neuralink is corrupted, ma'am. I'll have to pull the chip.
No! Do that, he dies. And we lose everything he risked his life for.
Eklund, what exactly did Spartan Din put inside his head?
A banished AI.
Okay.
Who dares to cage the
There's
mighty
Iratus.
Aratus? I will crush
Iratus.
your
That's an
bodies
interesting
at
pronunciation.
least.
Okay. I like Iratus because he's like irate. He's mad. Showing off a little bit more gameplay. Clearly this is my gameplay because he's absolutely dominating the battlefield.
We gotta get that thing out of him.
How?
Carefully. And then get it to tell us everything it knows.
Okay, a couple of things I'm taking away here. Number one, the graphics look absolutely jaw-dropping amazing. Clearly cinematics at play here, but really, really good attention to detail in the lighting and the facial effects, the pores on their face. That was really, really, really impressive. There's definitely a disconnect between the story they're trying to tell and the multiplayer because, I mean, I understand why. Like, in the multiplayer, you can play with the banished AI in your head and he talks to you. Hopefully they added a little more voice lines than last time around because he was pretty quiet. But he is kind of your he's one of the AI you can play with. So I guess in the story he's still trapped in Spartan Din's head, but in our gameplay world he's allowed to be out and around. I'm willing to overlook that as a lore nerd, and that's just a gameplay mechanic. What they're going with here is, first of all, how did the Banished figure out how to make an AI? That's probably the biggest question, I think, right now. They're definitely not the most technically savvy race, very warmongery type. They didn't seem to have a huge reliance on computers during their engagement in Halo Wars or in Halo Infinite. They were just a menacing, overpowering, brutish force. So interesting to see that they are kind of introducing some new AI. Where do they get it from? How they get it? What is its purpose? That's interesting. The fact that they somehow put this AI chip in Spartan Din's head, just, I don't know why. Like, Most likely Spartan Din already had an AI with him. I know they kind of toyed with the idea in the season 2, the Wolves, that maybe Spartans were, since AIs were scarce, maybe they weren't going to all get an AI, but it's been pretty common convention in Halo lore that Spartans would have an AI going into battle with them, that they develop unique personality and type. Now, obviously, Cortana, or the weapon, is the most famous of them all, but most of them had AIs of their own that helped, that augmented and enhanced their senses even more so than their Mjolnir armor did. So how Din suddenly just picked up this thing and like plugged it in his head, or that Spartan Eklund put it in his head, whatever, a little odd, but it seems like we're going to go deep into the mind of Spartan Din now with this AI in his head. I'm going to guess we're going to see some crazy stuff. I'm looking at a door here to Building 9, whatever the hell that is. Maybe that's one of the entrances to the Academy, I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that Spartan Iratus is going to be tormenting him, maybe? Because it's not really clear at the end of Halo Infinite who won, if you think about it. Yes, we did dismantle kind of the head of the organization, but the UNSC was clearly not a winner in that fight. They lost significant amount of soldiers, and if you read some of the extended lore in the books, which of course I do, I'm a big lore nerd, they lost a lot more than was let on. All the little data recorders that you picked up playing as Chief in the Halo Infinite campaign all were Spartans that were working together. Obviously, none of them made it. So, seems like this is clearly after the war. The shadows of the Banished are still looming overhead, and now you have a Spartan who's back at home base with a rogue AI in his head that's wreaking havoc. So, let's see what the Season 3 intro holds.
Eklund,
I like that
what
helmet. I like the
exactly
teeth on
did
his helmet.
Spartan Din put inside his head?
A banished AI. The first I've ever seen.
Oh, we're gonna get to see what this dude looks like.
Why? Why here?
Because you refuse to see.
Wow, those graphics are amazing. I know it's rendered, but
There's nothing you can show me that I
Incredible
haven't seen
cinematics.
1,000 times.
the grains of sand when he walked. Wow.
Go on, I dare you.
So what, he's going deeper into his psyche here.
I told them,
He's got blown up
go
warthog.
at night. Airborne.
Look at the grains
Would
of
have been different.
sand on that gun.
Wouldn't.
Wow. You know, flashback here looks like a Pelican gets shot down because we don't know. Clumsy Spartans not paying attention to their air. I don't know what's going on. We're flying really low.
Get out. Get out.
But there's so much more to see.
I like the Spartan Iratus. I'm gonna call him Iratus. I like this. He's very, very menacing. A lot of mind games, right? A lot of psychological warfare on the Spartan. Poor guy. He's stuck in this nightmare in his head, watching his friends get shot down, I guess.
I smell fear.
Living through this
How
horrible event.
disappointing.
You weren't here. And I'm not gonna let you go any further.
Oh, there's that Spartan spirit.
I love how his mouth is rendered at like 8 frames per second, so it's not like smooth, but it's like it's just a neat touch.
But in the end,
Whoa.
pointless.
Okay. Looks like that's Spartan. Yeah, I'm guessing that's him, right? He's gonna take his helmet off. But look at the amount of death and destruction around him. Bodies, blood everywhere.
know
Those little
anything.
wasps things in Halo Infinite are everywhere. Let's see if the guy's got
I
the same
know
armor.
you
No,
will
different armor. Who's it gonna be? His partner or something? He's got like red pauldrons and a walkie-talkie.
Because the truth is this.
His kid?
It always ends the exact same way.
Death for you.
Jesus. Look at that face. Whoa. All right. Well, a very interesting intro. I doubt any of the gameplay will have anything to do with any of that, but very interesting. Big takeaway there, obviously. I don't think I'm masterminding or reading into anything that's not here. Very clearly, we have this rogue AI that has infiltrated a Spartan, playing his deepest nightmares of his friends dying, of missions that have gone wrong, tormenting him. And it's going to be up to us to play multiplayer to decipher his mysteries. I'm not really sure. So the Battle Pass this season is still 1,000 Spartan bucks. That hasn't changed. They do offer a premium bundle, which will give you some, a fast forward. That doesn't seem like it has changed very much. Let's go ahead and back out. We get to the main menu. Oh, we get an armor core. We get the Chimera armor core, and we get the Mirage 2C armor core. Very cool. Okay, so they are not messing around at all this time with giving out stuff. That was a major criticism that I had, and I think many of us had, as we really felt like drip-fed through content, consistently waiting for more and more and more stuff to come out. And it didn't really seem to materialize even through the seasons. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Mindfall event. I've watched the event cinematics, I believe. I don't need to see them again. So the story event is called Mindfall. And here this looks to be a limited event battle pass. It's a 13-day battle pass, which will give you different pieces of armor for completing. Let's see what kind of challenges there are. Okay, so nothing unique here that I'm seeing in terms of challenges, which is cool. Just like before, you can switch your battle pass between the various seasons. So season 1, oh, I did beat Lone Wolves. I thought I didn't. I guess I did. Oh, the winter update is the one I definitely. Yeah, that's where I bowed out. I only got to level 12 on there. But we can go ahead and take a look at the new battle pass. This is the season 3 battle pass. Echoes Within. Let's go ahead and just take a quick gander through and see kind of what is available. Very interesting right off the bat that the first paid item is a very interesting looking vanity item with this like glowing leg armor. I would fully expect there to be lots of pieces of armor like just shoulder pads and helmets and visor effects, but it's interesting that they're kind of like enticing you like, hey, come back, get good stuff right away. Something I do notice here right off the bat is we're still stuck in this horrendous challenge system. And they're still going to be giving out consumable challenge swaps, which is part of the battle pass. At least thankfully now it's not just like a lone thing. Like if you do hit level 3 in the battle pass, you get the challenge swap and you'll get something else, which is good. Looks like they're adding in some currency. Let's kind of keep a running total in the back of our head to see what the cash out rate is. If it's something like Call of Duty where you actually can earn more currency than you put into it, which is a really cool system. I don't know if they've done that or not. We'll kind of go through that and see. Some nice armor pieces, some nice effects here. Backdrops, logos, emblems, things that, kind of you would expect to see. I'm curious to see where the kind of big ticket items start to hit in, usually like the round numbers. So there's 200 gold right there. Some nice emblems for your armor. Some Hydra skins, which I don't really feel like we got a lot of Hydra skins last go around, which is kind of interesting. Okay. I like that they're continuing to take chances on the armor types. I think that's something that is absolutely warranted. This armor looks like something out of McDonald's. Like you would be Ronald McDonald, the Spartan. The Crimson Sash. I gotta pass on that one. 300 gold here. 25, you're getting your first legendary item. This is a basically a knife set for your belt. Cut to the quick. That's kind of cool. Just kind of skimming through here, seeing if any of the colors or any of the items really appeal to me. Seems to me that you are going to get at least some points towards the battle pass every single season, or every single 10 levels, which is really nice. Which, I mean, that's good. I mean, if this, you're not going to get ahead. You're not going to make money to continue to buy into the store, but it looks like if you're willing to, that's a really cool effect. It looks like if you're willing to kind of put in the time and grind through the battle pass, then you're going to get your money back, which is nice because it'll keep you going. And honestly, retention rates right now in Halo are so incredibly low that it really makes sense for them to do something like this, incentivize you to play and continue to keep coming back and to grind out the battle pass. So this is one of those things where if you're willing to put the $10 in to buy it initially and you play enough, you'll get your money back, and you could then go buy another skin or save it for the next season battle pass or whatever, which is kind of nice. We'll just go here to the end very quickly to see what the ultimate reward is. Interesting legendary helmet, the Street Viper. Very, very interesting design. I'm glad they continue to take challenges and stuff. Here's the Viper Shroud, which is the Street Viper with a little bit more details. And then at level 100 is the Mythic effect. So, okay, I have the flames on right now, but now you're going to get the Sector Link. And also, pretty cool chest plate. I like that. So, pretty healthy battle pass. I think, you know, it's nice. Halo is one of the few games that allows you to swap out battle passes. You don't have to play through that. So if I get back into Halo and I want to go back and do the winter stuff, I can, which is great. Let's quickly take a look at the new armor cores that came out and see, kind of do a little closer look at those. I know there's some new weapons and armor and new effects. I know they've added that like shroud bubble that encompasses your Spartan. And then they also have the new gun. So here's the standard basic armor core. The Eagle Strike armor core, which was part of early season 1. Chimera. That looks really cool. We'll come back to that in just a second. The Mark 7. You could tell which ones existed because they have flames on mine. Lots of gold, lots of green. I'm a Chief guy, so I'm trying to replicate Chief as best I can. So let's check out the Mirage 2C here very quickly. Interesting looking armor. I like the fact that the visor, I can't really lower my character's head down. The visor actually goes over the top of the head. That's a very interesting kind of domed look. You typically don't see that. I mean, yes, Chief has the infamous big helmet with the big blades, you know, on the front, but typically you don't see as one or two helmets where it kind of look like Mysterio from Rey Mysterio. You look like Mysterio from Spider-Man. I like that look. That's very cool. But I have a feeling most people are going to be very interested in the Chimera armor. This looks like incredibly futuristic. You have the robotic under armor kind of skull, the chest piece with all the abs cut out, even like your neck muscles. This looks like something out of a hybrid of like Cyberpunk 2077 with all the cybernetic enhancements and with something you'd see at a Terminator, particularly with that like kind of visor. Maybe even RoboCop I could see a little bit. This is a very organic looking type of character. I like that. For me, one thing I think you'll notice on my particular model, I always play with a female Spartan. And I have intentionally given myself a robotic arm from the elbow down on my left side. It's kind of like my Halo tribute to the fact that I lost eyesight. I lost a lot of eyesight on my left eye. So that's why you're seeing a robotic arm on this character's left, which looks really, really cool. Again, with all the tubing, you just would expect like this to get shot and like fluid to fly out everywhere, right? Like if this is like more man, is this more like machine than man or man than machine? So Chimera armor definitely has me interested. A look like this to me is much more inspiring to play than the kind of boring Mark 7 we got, or even the Rakshasa armor, which was kind of this weird steampunky, never really seemed to fully commit. I would argue that the Mirage 2C is kind of your run-of-the-mill armor, but this one in particular, Chimera, really stands out to me. So I'm excited to try out Halo. I don't know if I'll be doing any gameplay sessions if I get back into it. I'll definitely check out the Battle Pass, and I'll start shipping through some of those challenges. And if the gameplay is improved, then I'll come back and give some thoughts on that. The player count is still very, very, very low. I hope that this helps surge, and maybe the goodwill of this game coming out will make the game more accessible for people. The new weapons, the new maps, the inclusion of Forge. It's going to take Halo time to get under its own weight again. I worry that a lot of people are going to watch that cutscene and roll their eyes and say, who the hell is this guy? And nobody cares. Until they marry the multiplayer to that story, it's still just more of what we had. Yes, you put a fancy cutscene on it to get you amped up for playing Halo, but at the end of the day, if the network and the connection issues and some of the wonky physics of the game continue, well, then I don't know. But I'm happy to say, at least for tonight, launch night, Halo will be back in my life. It was weird not to be playing Halo for such a long time. I mean, Call of Duty is my love, and I will play the heck out of that game. But it's nice to have Halo back. I see they've included some ray tracing stuff, so I'll be checking that out with my new graphics card, and we'll see where it goes from here. But I wanted to do kind of an early look at Season 3 and talk a lot about the lore early on, because I think that's what's going to set the pace, and I think that's what's going to keep people invested in this game, is releasing some interesting content, tons of new maps, weapons, modes, etc. And maybe, just maybe, it took 3 seasons to get it right. I guess we'll find out. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Halo Infinite Season number 3. Have the graphical improvements won you back over? Is the netcode just as broken as it was before? Or is the Iratus and Din storyline enough to pique your curiosity and maybe fire it up one more time? Let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.